Good afternoon, amigos, from
Pátzcuaro, Michoacán.
It is a cold, dreary, wet, gray, did I say cold? Day here in Pátzcuaro, Michoacán, so unfortunately we cannot film a normal vlog. But luckily for you,
have no fear.
We have some funny stories and lessons we have learned during our time in Mexico, some of which we never videoed, we have never talked, we've never spoken about. They've been in the Kinetic vault for some time now, and we, on one particular story, I may immediately regret taking it out of the vault.
But I had to be there, so now you guys have to be there.
Nonetheless, here is an unedited, unscripted, maybe not funny, maybe a little funny, lessons learned in Mexico with the Kinetic Kennons. Story numero uno comes from the wonderful Mexico City Airport.
Mexico City Airport, Sala B. If you've ever waited in this giant Hall B, you know the pains.
Now, amigos, we love Mexico. We love Mexicans. We love Mexican culture, and we love Mexican food.
And airports!
But I hate the Mexico City Airport. Needless to say, we were flying... where exactly were we flying to? It's hard to keep up. We were flying to Guadalajara. Mid-afternoon. I probably was already a little cranky just being at the airport. It was gonna be a little bit of a long day. And
we had taken a bus to the airport from somewhere.
Yes, it was already a long day. And we were flying Viva Aerobus. Now, our relationship with Viva Aerobus started off great, and since the more we fly, the more frustrated I get with Viva Aerobus because it's a budget airline.
How you doing, Interjet?
That was a spicy joke.
Okay.
It's a budget airline. It's just, every time it just gets worse and worse. We're in line. They have like your ticket, you're either in group 4, 3, 2, or 1, or like the VIP. And
VIP Viva?
They call group 4. And they're obviously only about 25%, 10%, 30% are in group 4. Everybody rushes up to group 4.
There's like 200 people in line with a plane capacity of 160.
Somehow in group 4, and I just had
Greg about loses his mind.
I just had absolutely no patience that day, but apparently no one else on our flight had patience.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind. I'm complaining to Hillary. She's being... letting it go in one ear and out the other. We get on the plane, we get in our seats finally. Whew, so
we were probably like the last ones on the plane.
We made it. I'm just like cranky level 11. And then we are informed that we have to deboard the plane because apparently that plane was struck by lightning on its way to Mexico City. So we have to deboard the plane, and we end up staying in the Mexico City airport for 8 or 9 hours waiting for our next flight. So there's a lot of stories in this one, but my lesson learned is I was cranky, grumpy, and complaining for 15 minutes of waiting in line and complaining about everybody else's lack of patience, and that ended up costing us. Well, it's not like my actions did, but it felt like my karma cost us all 8 or 9 hours.
Mother Nature was speaking to you when she struck that plane.
So I had 8 hours to think about it. I learned my lesson. Well, I don't know if I learned my lesson. I'm still not that patient. But, amigos, I don't feel like Mexicans are that patient either.
We'll leave that one at that.
So let us know what you think in the comments below, mis amigos mexicanos. But Luis, you're not that patient.
You're not that patient. But we still miss you. Coming in at number 2, lessons learned while in Mexico. Be careful what you wish for. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I don't really eat much meat. However, I'm going to hold up my end of the bargain and eat 1 taco de tripa. I don't know where this funny hoo-ha in the comments is coming from. Like, when's Loetta going to eat her 7 tripa tacos? That was not the deal, okay? And I like how all 100,000 of you are holding me accountable for that when it was really like 600 of you that were there for that. Everybody jumps on. Now with that said, I only like white meat chicken. I don't like dark meat. I know I'm weird. So we go to a restaurant in Mexico City and I order, the meal deal comes with 3 tacos. of chicken. And so I specify, Greg helps me out, specify I only want pechuga de pollo. I only want chicken breast. I only want white meat in there. And at this restaurant, they have chickens like roasting, and so I'm assuming, okay, they're just gonna pick the white meat pieces of chicken, put those in my tacos. I definitely don't like eating chicken on the bone still. Needless to say, when we get my 3 tacos, they have 3 entire chicken breasts on them. I mean, like, there's the bones, the skins, the ligaments, everything of that chicken breast.
How everybody else eats chicken.
It just plopped in the middle of a tortilla, 3 of them. That took 1.5 chickens. It was like I ordered 1.5 chickens to eat 3 tacos.
I think it was confusing because there may have been a Spanish error on my part, but like it should be assumed when it's a taco that you can. It's like if you can
just
fold it
that baby up,
eat it. You shouldn't have to like debone anything.
There should not be bones in any tacos.
Any taco.
That's our next shirt.
So what was the lesson that you learned?
Be careful what you wish for.
Okay, I suppose. Number 3. I don't even know where to start this story. I'm afraid.
Oh.
I'm embarrassed
it's
that
such a crappy story.
Oh, wow, she went there. Okay, so we're in Oaxaca. We're in Puerto Escondido in Oaxaca. We are taking like a 6 or 7 a.m. bus ride to
We've had a great time so far.
We've had a great time so far. I don't know what we ate the night before, but we've got to get up.
Tell you this.
Yeah, it was. We had to get up at 6 or 7 for our bus to Puerto Escondido. We're just going
to Huatulco.
Or to Huatulco, sorry. We're just going to leave the Airbnb, walk to the bus station that's a few blocks away, and head there, and everything should be good.
We just need to walk a few blocks to get there.
So it's early in the morning. We pack everything, get everything stuffed in our suitcases. I probably drink some water. We leave the Airbnb, or we're leaving the Airbnb, and there's always that moment when you have the key and you have to turn in the key and you can't get back in. So if you left anything or need to do anything, you can't anymore. No, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and shut it. We walk it. About 10 steps after we shut that door and lock it, my stomach's like, grrr.
We're just a few blocks away.
Something's not right. I don't know if I even said anything to Hillary. But I just noticed that, like, okay, we're just going to the bus station. It should be fine. Maybe like...
He's giving himself a pep talk and I have no idea.
A block down the road. I don't know if I had said something to you or what, but it was like...
Man, my stomach ain't right.
I was looking left and right. I'm looking for spots in the street to use the bathroom. I mean, I know this is a disgusting story. I'm sorry, but it was... Well, there's a lesson learned in this because...
Then you start the breathing techniques, and I can hear back there.
wheeling a 50-pound...
Is there childbirth going on behind me?
As I'm wheeling this huge piece of luggage behind me, breathing, looking for spots to use the bathroom. I honestly did not think.
Come on, you're almost there. Whether you're running a marathon or about to crap your pants, we are almost to the bus station.
I did not think I was going to make it. I literally am running with the suitcase into this tiny terminal. Run past everybody. Just run into the bathroom with the suitcase
without paying.
Without paying. Luckily, there wasn't a turnstile to slow me down like there normally is, and do my business. And then also realize that there is no toilet paper in this bathroom.
Like every public bathroom in a bus station in Mexico, of course there's no toilet paper.
Of course there's no toilet paper, and I ran past a lady that would be the one to hand it to me, so I have to text my lovely wife and explain the situation.
You guys see what I have to deal with on a daily basis?
She rolled me my toilet paper and everything ended up okay, and I'm forever scarred that I have just told you the story, but...
If that's not bonding, I don't know what is.
A few lessons here. Always have change to use public bathrooms. Luckily, I didn't need that, but you usually would. You would hate to be caught in this situation. You would hate to be caught in this situation if you did not have change. Always have change. Number 2, always have toilet paper, Kleenex, or tissues, something with you on your bag. just in case, you never know when you're gonna need it.
You never know when you might be in a crappy situation.
That's good for... Oh my gosh, this is terrible humor.
That's the best way to put it.
But more importantly, before you leave your Airbnb early in the morning, just try and use the bathroom. Even if at that particular moment you don't feel like you have to use the bathroom.
That is solid advice
you
right
should
there.
just use the bathroom before you leave the house if you don't know where the next bathroom.
Now, wrapping up our list of things we've learned while in Mexico and can hopefully help you on your next Mexico trip, a list of honorable mentions.
Number one on our honorable mention is standing in line or waiting in line, whether it be an OXXO, waiting in line at a restaurant for your name to be called, or wherever it may be. Whether it's Mexico City or un pueblito, there's no personal space here. If you want to pay next, if you want to go next, you have to just get right up on the next person, because otherwise, if you leave this much space, it will be assumed that you're not in line, because that's just how it works. It's not
the 90-year-old man to the 13-year-old punk.
One time, this old guy gets in front of us, and
we're like, "Aww."
We didn't really think much about it. It's like,
sweet old guy.
This guy just cut in front of us. So now, whether it's an old man on a walker in a respirator or a little kid,
you best get your butt to the back of the line.
just
Sorry.
no.
Sorry, Gramps.
Again, this isn't good or bad about Mexican culture or Mexico. It's just different. In Dallas, we're used to so much space.
Y'all,
that we just don't.
Everything's bigger.
Our personal bubble is a lot bigger, but Mexico, whether it's big town or small town, your personal bubble is smaller. And if you want, really, I feel like if you want to succeed in Mexico, just in general, you have to be a little pushy. You have to be very, how would you explain that? Upfront, forward. You have to ask / demand for what you want.
Especially ordering tacos.
You have to be very descriptive in exactly how you want it.
Honorable mention number 2, always ask for the price. As we're drinking mediocre micheladas, they really just weren't that good, and it was like 32 ounces of them, 200 pesos each, because we didn't ask how much they cost. Quick honorable mention number 2, always ask the price before you drink it.
Number 3, you have to learn how to fill up or use the garrafon, the big water jugs, whether you're putting that into one of the electric machines or just some type of dispenser.
Yeah, one of us has wasted a lot of water. You'll
waste a lot of water in learning. I don't really have any particular tricks for you. If you watch our Querétaro videos, some of you may remember.
Say a quick prayer.
That I did learn, but using the garrafon, carrying the 50-pound-ish garrafon, you'll get pretty strong here in Mexico.
And wrapping up our list of things to learn, we've learned in Mexico, number 4, honorable mention.
Oof. I just like adding oof.
Learn how to adapt. And by this, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we have no idea how to use any gas contraption. We don't know how to light the gas water heater. We don't know how to light a gas stove unless there's a long stick lighter. I'm not putting a match in that thing.
Well, there's a backstory to this. One time our gas line caught on fire. Any of you that actually remember the tacos at the Tripa Promise might remember that. So we've been scarred. We've been burned, literally.
Oh, that was deep! So we learned how to adapt and take cold showers and not eat at home, because I'm not putting my finger this close to that thing.
Mexico is always an adventure, whether it's running to the bathroom, waiting for your plane, taking a nice freezing cold shower because we were too afraid to work the gas.
Or eating chicken bone tacos.
Or eating chicken bone tacos. We have learned a lot, and hopefully you can learn from our mistakes. That way you do not repeat the same, especially the bathroom incidents.
But if you do, let us know.
But if you do, comment below. What all have you learned in whether maybe you're just a Mexican still living in Mexico? Like, what are some mistakes you've made growing up here? Or maybe you traveled to the States.
Yeah.
And culture is obviously way different there. One funny story I remember from a commenter on a different video we did was he went to the movie theater, and it was in the United States, it was asking for Valentina for his popcorn, asking for salsa for his popcorn, because that's pretty normal here in Mexico, and that is not normal in the United States. And I think the movie theater lady thought he was like pranking her or something. So there's, I know some of you have some funny stories, way funnier than any of ours, amigos. Hopefully our allergies aren't near as bad tomorrow. Hopefully it's a little warmer. We're gonna try and explore quizás Santa Clara de Cobre, a little lake around here, a few other areas here in the great state of
Michoacan. Amigos, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click that bell, that way you get notified when
cada vez
we post a video, and we will see you guys
mañanita
from
Michoacan.
Bye. One. Twofer.